everybody. My name is Johnny Gates. I am starting a new channel. It's going to be titled All Around Shreveport. And the idea that I have rattling around in my head here for this channel is literally that, all around Shreveport. I want to try to bring our city into a better light for the people that live here, for the people that would, potentially move here or want to come visit here or are stopping through here, whatever. I want to try to, find the fun and the beauty in our city and just show that to everybody else. I want to talk everything. I mean, restaurants, people, stores, shows, comics, disc golf, the convention center, politics maybe, I don't know, we might steer away from that, sports, weather, anything, everything Shreveport-Bossier. That's kind of what I want to focus on. I want to have some fun with it. I want to learn some stuff. I want to try to get into some places. There's some ideas that I have bouncing around of some places that I'd like to get into and film because I've never seen it and I'm very interested in it. And I would assume other people would be as well. I'll keep that on the DL for now. But, I've been struggling with this for a while. We had another channel, my podcast, His Man Cave. You can still check it out, but we quit doing it. And it was because of a bunch of personal reasons on my end that I had to stop doing it. And my home is our base of operations, basically. So unfortunately, we had to stop doing that. And it's been some time. And it's time to get back, get back to doing something. So with all the stuff that's going on recently about Fairgrounds Field, I wanted to kind of talk about it as episode 1. I figured that's as good of a topic as any when it comes to Shreveport. Because if you're from Shreveport, you know Fairgrounds Field. You know Independence Stadium, Hearst Coliseum. That's where they have the fair. It's right off the interstate. It's something that we see constantly, especially if you're doing any moving around. If you're not from here and you pass through here, you definitely see it off the side of the road. And unfortunately, right now, they're attempting to tear down Fairgrounds Field. It's the baseball field, and it's in bad shape. The field looks bad. The seats were terrible. There was bats in there. There's a YouTuber here named Chavez Gibson that actually got in there. He's got a YouTube video you can watch that. There's a bunch of cats, and you can see where, anything that wasn't concrete, which the majority of that place is concrete, but anything that wasn't concrete is pretty much ruined at this point in time. All the windows are busted out. Trees are overgrown. It used to be something amazing. Well, at least it was amazing to me. I was doing a little research on this and I saw that it only had a 4,200 seat capacity. And I never realized that. I always imagined, I guess in my mind, it was, 20,000 people that were able to sit in there because I guess I see it through the eyes of a kid, because that was when we spent most of the time that we spent at Fairgrounds Field watching the Shreveport Captains play into the 90s. My dad worked for Cablevision. I think they were a sponsor or something because we had tickets constantly. And that may have just been the thing. They just gave tickets away. But we had tickets anytime we wanted to go, we were able to go. And I remember everything about it was awesome. You could run around. I'm a big fan of construction. So like all that cement and all that crap is very awesome to me. And being able to run around on the underside of the bleachers to where the bathrooms and the concessions and the souvenir stands and stuff were at, that was always fascinating to me. Climbing up to the top of the bleachers and looking out over the parking lot or watching foul balls hit cars. I love that stuff. And for me, Fairgrounds Field has a ton of fantastic memories. And it's a shame that they're tearing it down, but I mean, at least I got the memories of going to the ball games with my parents and my friends and my brother's friends. I mean, there'd be, 7, 8, 9, 10 of us go. And, we would eat ice cream out of those little helmets, do the 7th inning stretch, take me out to the ball game, all that stuff. And it was awesome. Even as an adult, going to the games when they had transitioned, I think they were the Captains, they were the Sports, they were the Swamp Dragons, and then I think they were Captains again, some variation of that. But, either way it goes, it was a great time. It didn't matter what the team name was. It was a great time. And I remember, as an adult, we would go and they had Dollar Dog, dollar beer night. And, and it was a little BS, little, 8-ounce, 10-ounce cup of beer for $1. But I mean, draft beer for $1, you can't beat that with a hot dog to wash it down. Come on, man. We had a blast catching foul balls, listening to that announcer. The announcer even, I remember the way he used to say the names, Steve Decker. Or they do the dun 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 charge. Those of you that went to baseball games as a kid, I guarantee just screamed charge as I did that. So appreciate that. But that place was fantastic, and we as an adult, as a kid, we never sat in the skybox. But I remember me and a couple friends of mine and the girl I was dating, we were going to a game, and I think they were the sports at that point in time. And I looked up and I was like, wait a minute, is that right? Are the skybox tickets $9? And the girl was like, yeah. And I think for like $2 extra, it was all you could eat and drink. And that's, it's nachos and hot dogs, and BS like that. I think burgers and stuff, but it, again, for $11, all you can eat, and you get to sit in the air conditioning. I mean, why weren't we doing this, as kids? But I love that place, especially, sitting up there in the skybox and the air conditioning. That it changed it completely for me as an adult. It made it a completely different experience, and it was awesome. And like I said before, I think it's a shame that they're tearing it down, but I mean, it looks terrible, and unless we are going to realistically do something with it, I guess might as well get it down. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. It's not hurting anybody. It's a big concrete, structure. It's not like it's just, I don't think it would just fall down, but I mean, it definitely looks like crap. So, whatever, either do something with it or get rid of it. I can respect either side of it, but there has been somebody that they recently started trying to tear it down or start tearing it down, and they did the Homeplate bleachers right behind the Homeplate. They started tearing those up, and I think somebody got the city to stop it. And if I remember what I read correctly, they're wanting to do an evaluation of it to see if it's even salvageable. I don't know what they would plan on doing with it. Obviously, it would probably have to be baseball, or maybe outdoor concerts, or maybe put a big movie screen there, and maybe you could do like a not drive-in but theater style. I don't know. I don't know what you would do with it, and clearly neither does anybody else, or they would have done something with it by now. But if they keep it, awesome. If they tear it down, I guess awesome, because I don't think baseball's coming back. I don't think that type of baseball would ever come back. I don't think that the city of Shreveport would support it. We have the mud bugs here, and I'm even guilty of that. And that's why I say what I say. Next week or week after next, my daughter's cheering, and I'm going to a Mudbugs game for the first time. I mean, Mudbugs have been playing here for God only knows how long, and I've never gone to a single game. I've never gone to a single Mavericks game. I think that's the name of our team. It's basketball. They may not even be here anymore, but I never went to a single one of those either. And I'm guilty of not supporting it, just like everybody else is, and we have a lot of things that are like that. And that's kind of part of why I'm starting this channel, is because I don't know if it's that we don't support things because we can't, maybe we're too broke to support things, or maybe the things that we are bringing here that people are, they're wanting us to support are just boring. And it's not right for this particular, city. Or maybe it's people are uninformed about it, or have an opinion about it one way or another, and don't actually know what's going on. So that's kind of what I want to do here, is because I know our comedy scene to me, from 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, however long it was that I started trying to get into comedy, the comedy scene seems to have not exploded, but definitely gotten bigger over the last year and a half. The comics that we have here are doing a lot of open mics. They got a lot of pay shows. They got a lot of different places that they're doing it. And I don't know how well they're being supported, because I haven't been able to go to the shows, and I need to not make excuses, and I need to be able to get my butt out there and do some of the things that I'm talking about supporting. I need to go support these things. But that's again, that's part of why I want to do this channel, so we can bring light to things that are here, and maybe people will support them more so they stay here. You know, we used to have like a Hamels Park. That place was great. I remember going there as a kid, and that'll be a different topic for a different day. But, you know, there's a lot of things that we had that we don't have anymore. And that's not just entertainment, that's also jobs and so on and so forth. And I want to talk about all of it. I want to figure out how to make Shreveport better for everybody to live in. And I know that might be weird to say or naive to say from a YouTube channel, but I'm being genuine, I'm being honest. I've lived here my entire life. I've got kids that I'm raising here, and we've got to figure out a way to get this city, you know, in a better light. Like I said before, we're going to talk all sorts of stuff. This was just episode 1, kind of crudely put together, because action invites motivation, and I haven't been motivated lately. I've had the extra time to be able to start stuff, and it's time to do it. So here we are. This is it, episode 1. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you stick around and see what happens next. Please like, subscribe, tell people about it, and hopefully they will like and subscribe. Throw a comment. Tell me what you want to talk about. Tell me if you want to come over here. I live in town. We can have a fun show together. I want to do some stuff out in the field, like I said before, like disc golf, restaurants. So anybody that wants to talk to me, I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to make this into something that is fun for, you know, the city, and entertaining, and something that we can do and have fun at, and make this city something that it hasn't been in a very long time. I don't know what to do other than do something. So I genuinely appreciate your time. Thank you guys so much. Like and subscribe. That's been the first episode of All Around Shreveport. I'm Johnny Gates. Thank you. We'll see you next time.